welcome back. Okay, so today's video is going to be a story time. You're going to love this one, trust me. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might have heard when I have mentioned once in a while that I have many reasons why I came to Canada. Today's story is a serious one and a not so serious one at the same time. And I'm doing this video to give you guys one of the reasons why I moved to Canada. I moved to Canada for the very silly reasons and for the very serious reasons. Serious and silly. Silly in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it really still counts because my mental health is very, very important. So one of the reasons why I moved to Canada, because when you live abroad, most people will be like, life is so hard, taking care of your children, navigating stuff, doing things all by yourself. I was looking forward to that. Like, can you imagine? I had faced trauma in Nigeria prior coming down to Canada. Trust me. So I was looking forward to doing like I didn't stop to think, but I was like done. By the time my husband was like told me let's go to Canada, I was like, if that is the only reason why I would take this move, then let's go. So let me just give you a little bit of what was going on in my head, why I decided that I wanted to come to Canada because of this silly reason. You would have guessed from the title already, but let me just break it down. So, of course, I am Nigerian. From wherever you're watching this video, it's like I won't say normal practice, but it's not something unusual when you start having your family, when you start having children, having people stay with you like helps, nannies and so on and so forth, people that come in to help you to clean, to do whatsoever, to take care of your children, is not an unusual thing. It's here too in Canada. I've seen a few people that have that, but in Nigeria, or let me just say back home, I don't know about other African countries, but Nigeria, where I come from, it's not an unusual thing to have that. In fact, I was raised like that as well, my husband as well. When you have people that stay with you, aunties, whoever it might be. And of course, even with the title, maybe like helps, nannies as well. I grew up like that. I think it was even when I was 5 years old that my mom was like, my kids have grown. I don't think we have any need for anybody again. And that was even because the person messed up too. If not, maybe we would have probably continued to have. And it's a similar situation for me too. I had my first child. I was done. Like I was done. And my mom was like, told me, don't kill yourself. This is so difficult for you to manage. You have businesses, you have a job, you are doing this and that. How will you cope? I know back in Nigeria, it's almost like I know people that don't have helps. Yes, quite a number of people that don't have helps. I'll be like, I want my peace of mind. But there are times that people will be like, don't kill yourself, have help, delegate, outsource and things like that. So that's the way these things work. And anytime I say I don't want I don't want again, people will be like, you're going to be stressed, you're going to be so bothered, and everything's just going to be so burdensome for you. Why don't you like have help? And I was like, okay, let me have. In 9 years, not even 9 years, I'm sure it was less than that, I had 12 people that I remember. A lot of them came in between. Maybe come one day, come one day. I'm not even counting those ones. But legally, like people that stayed in my house for more than like 1 or 2 days, or more than, let me just say more than 1 week, 12. And I was done. And I would see my other friends, like somebody will have somebody for one person for like 5 years, 7 years. In my head, I'll be like, who did I offend? I am nice to those people. What is going on? I was done. My first child came, and it took some time before my second child came. My first child, I honestly fell for him because that boy, it was like every 6 months I was changing help. And I didn't like it for my son because unfortunately there was nothing much I could do about it. I didn't like it for my son at all. My other kids, maybe they were kind of like fortunate. But for my first son, I'd say out of those 12 I am counting, at least 8 of them was because of one child. And I was like, I have just one child. Why can't I cope? But to be honest, I couldn't cope. So Nigeria kind of like conditions you to believe that if you don't have these people, you can't cope with work or things like that. I don't know. Let me speak for myself. Maybe I am lazy. Maybe. Well, it kind of like conditions you. There are times that it's between my mother has always lived in Jand. My mom stays in the UK. So my mom could not really help me. It was between myself and my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is the sweetest person ever, ever, ever. Like people ask me, like, tell me, how do you do it? There are times that I travel for weeks. I used to travel a lot. I used to travel a lot. I would travel for weeks, for months. Okay, the month was just once when I went to have my second child in the USA. I left my son with his mother. Like anybody that knows me so well, they know that my mother-in-law is like my son's official mother. In fact, when we were coming to Canada, my heart was breaking. Like, how would I separate this boy from his mother? So they were more than close. In fact, that one with my two eyes closed, I know that grandma is okay with him. So I was like, between myself and grandma, we are fine. But grandma is getting older. There are times she can't run after my son. There are things she can't do. She was okay watching him, but she can't even carry him down the staircase. She can't like give him a bath. Like these people are elderly, and I also had to like look out for her. So my own is like, even if she's taking care of him, there still needs to be some sort of assistance for her. She can't be the one going up and down. You know, boys, you know, toddlers. It was a lot for her. She managed, but like, mom, you know, you can't continue doing this, please. Even my mother, I won't allow her to do this. Talk less of my husband's mother. So I always wanted that help. Ah, guys. Ah, no, 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 no. They showed me shaggy in Nigeria. So after I had gone through all of that, I was like, okay, I am done. Let me go somewhere that it's a norm, that you don't expect these people, you don't expect people to do things for you. Maybe it's DIY. I know, I don't know what it's going to do to me. It might break me, but yes, I was ready to do that. I have a list of them. Oh. I wrote their names down. Let me just, I've forgotten a lot. And this was since like 2013, 2014. When I first had my son in 2013, I didn't have any help. It was just me and my husband. I was like, I would do my thing by myself. I don't want anything. So for the first like almost 2 years, we took care of him alone. It was between me, my mother-in-law, my husband, and people that could help us in between. And this was not even from birth. So it was crazy. So it was not when he was becoming a toddler. I was like, okay, I need help. I need someone that can, like, people that can like watch him. You don't know, you have to put your eyes on these children. Like my mother-in-law couldn't do so much. First help I got when my son was like a toddler. So everybody was like, okay, to me, it's time for you to have someone. Reluctantly, my husband and myself both agreed, and we're like, okay, let's start having people. They introduced this girl to us. Her name is Tower. Of course, nobody knows who these people are. So I'll mention names. Let me just say I'll mention names. Her name was Tower. She stayed in my house for 3 months. Long story cut short, I came back one day. Everything was gone. She had packed all her things. She had packed all her stuff. The very first help I had. That was the beginning of my trauma. Oh my God. I didn't even know where to start from. I was like, what is this? Ah, there's somebody I missed. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I just remembered on that. No, you're not even 12, 13. I'm counting over 13. Oh my God. So, yes, this lady just took off. A young girl. Most times I don't even like taking very small girls because I don't want child abuse and all that. Young girl, like 18, she just took off. And I called her parents, said that she was in their house. I was like, okay, no problem. I'm not doing it again. Tommy, you'll not be okay. You cannot cope. I said, okay, let's try again. Let's start using agents. And all these agents, like, okay, I have to use agents because I didn't know. I remember, I'll be like, mommy, you don't know anybody. My mother did not really know people like that. She too, she was like, I don't know. And she wanted to be careful, like, oh, I don't want to bring family, all those kind of things. We just wanted like neutral people. So we contacted agents. Like, I had like 2 or 3 people that I was like talking to. Yeah, please give me somebody. We'll do like background checks, do all the health checks, medical checks, home checks, or whatever we could do as much as we could get it. Agree on an amount, salary and everything, we start paying them. The second person was Blessing. Oh my God. This girl was actually a sweetheart. Like she was good. It was like relief for me when she came to my house. Honestly, she was good. She could speak well. I was like, I didn't know this girl was 15. They lied that she was 19. Apparently she was 14 or 15. She came from Borno State. Look at what happened. Out of his one day she just called me and said, Ma, please, I'm going. I said, going where? Was I bad to you? Did I maltreat you? What happened? She said, actually, we just needed money. I just finished my GSS 3. Oh my God, I was heartbroken. And we just needed money so that I can go to SS1. So they told me to come and work in Lagos. I was like, so you were in GSS 3? She said, yes. I was like, no wonder. My son's homework, every blessing was good. Like I didn't. If this girl lays bed for you, oh my God, I know blessing was good. I felt bad, but of course, this girl has to go to school, and I was happy that I was touched. Actually, let me just say I was touched. We paid her off. We gave her some extra money, and that was it. Agent, how far? Blessing has gone. Do we have another person? After blessing went, Mary came. Mary was okay, but Mary was I'm someone that Mary was too slow for me. She was good, but I just felt I was like, this thing will not help you. I think she was a bit, I don't know, maybe she was like a special needs child. So that also broke my heart. Like this girl, I would just be shouting unnecessarily on someone that somebody should not be shouting on. This one was a big girl, like 22. But Mary, let me just say she was a special needs person, and I was like, no, I can't work with this lady. Like I'll just be shouting, I'll be frustrated. This is not the kind of place she should be working. You guys are just taking advantage of this lady or something like that. Don't force her to work. She can't like she has needs of her own. Like she can't do this job. I told her to leave. Like in how many months? I think she stayed for like 3 months too. And I was like, before I go and enjoy somebody, I couldn't just, it was not in my place. If it was like in a different scenario, of course, knowing that maybe there was someone else to take care of her, that could have worked. But not me expecting this girl to take care of my son and all that. And I didn't even want issues. I was just like, I beg, I don't want issues. Let her just go. So Mary left. After Mary, they brought Favor. This one was from the devil. That's what I would just say. This lady was from the devil. Favor. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. She had to leave. She was lying. She was cooking up stories, saying different things about my family. This girl was just, the long and short of everything like that. I had to tell her to leave. After Favor left, Lovett came. Lovett was also very good. Lovett stayed in my house for 1 year. My complaint with Lovett was that she would do everything, no. If you even say, Lovett, how are you? She doesn't smile. Motionless, nothing. I'm like, what is this? You're supposed to be playing with a child. You're supposed to be relating with a child. How come nothing? She will frown. I'll be telling my husband, I was like, what is this one? And out of all of them, Lovett is the one that stayed the most. All these ones I've been mentioning. 3 months here, 3 months there, 3 months here, 3 months there. Lovett stayed though. 1 year, one full year. I'm not kidding. When Lovett was leaving, in fact, even me, my heart broke because with all the whatever, even my son was already like used to her. But she was like, oh, I'm going on for Christmas. I mean, I know that going on for Christmas, she will not come back. So most times, I just zero my mind that she won't come back. And I was like, are you coming back? I said, I know I won't come back. I said, that's fine. It's okay. You don't want here, you can go. And that's just it. To be honest, my husband was like, to me, at least she does that job. Just leave her. Why are you looking for someone to be smiling with you? Is she your friend? I said, no, she's not my friend. But at least I just want to find out, like, is she okay? Why the straight face all the time? And I said, provided she does her job, not everybody smiles. Not everybody is ready to. She just wants to do her job, finish. Like, that was how love it was. My mom would be like, what's losing up a little bit? She doesn't loosen up. Oh. Soldier. That was love it. But there was nothing else. I didn't have any other complaints. She does her job well. In fact, my sister-in-law came at some point. She would go help my sister-in-law again. No, she was good. And I like the fact that it was strictly business between, like, I like that between both of us. And it was like, okay, it was like a contract thing for her. When she felt that she had done what she was supposed to do, she left and everybody was okay. So that was love it. Yes, so I had another lady, Blessing. This one, I had to talk to my uncle that I don't retire. I am tired of all these things. So they brought Blessing. Blessing was a young girl. For the first time, I took someone young. She was supposed to go to school and it was fine. Like, okay, let her go to school and all that, blah, blah, blah. We put her in school. She was going to school. We were doing everything we were supposed to do for her. She decided to be wayward. And I was like, I cannot allow this in my house. In fact, the person that brought her was like, she's not like that. I said, I am seeing things. I don't want to wahala. Please let her come and be going. I don't want somebody to go and get pregnant in my house. You'll not be asking who is the man in the house. I don't like, I beg. I don't want, let her come and be going. By the time she got to the other place, I was like, why are you putting this girl up and down? I know you want to put her in school and it's like, okay, let her be like a child. What if she was your younger sister? That was the premise on which I took her because she was like from family. That was the premise on which I took her. But by the time they now discovered that she was doing, in fact, worse. somewhere else. They took her to another auntie's place, like a big auntie, like someone like my mom's age mate. She would leave this woman, put pillows like as if she was in the room, and go meet boys outside. So my uncle was like, Tommy, you said it too. I said, Shebi, I said it. You guys are saying that I was lying. And I was like, God will vindicate me. That's how Blessing left. She stayed in my house too for like a year because she was in school. And I didn't want her to, honestly, like, she was already doing so well in school. We had paid a lot of money. And they won't refund us the money. So in my mind, I wanted, like, let her just stay. We had paid a lot of money. My husband paid a lot of money. So I was like, let her just stay. But when I saw that the wahala was becoming too much, I was like, we had rather just waste this money than keeping this girl for the sake of the money we paid and everything we had invested. I don't want issues. Let her be going. So Blessing left. This was the period where I had my second child. There was like a 5 year gap, almost 6 year gap in between my first and my second. So I needed someone like ASAP. By the time I got back from America and everything like that, I needed someone. So after Blessing left, my mom was with me for some time, and we are like, let's just manage. I'm tired of all those people. But my mom was like, I'm going back to the UK. How will you cope? You have a new baby now, you have your other son there, you have work to do. Get someone. I spoke with an agent again. I was like, okay, let me get someone. They brought one lady to me, Patience. Patience was like a 28-year-old lady. And the girls with Patience she stayed for like 2 months too. She said, I don't allow her cook. I don't allow her do this, that. I don't allow her freedom. I don't give her freedom in the house. I said, me, I'm a home person. I am like, even me, Amy gone for me self, I'm like home manager. I just need people to like help me do certain things. This is just me. I grew up like this. I can't just leave my kitchen to you. I can't just leave my home to you. I can't do that. There might be some people that you do that for, but this might not work for me. And she's like, madam, it cannot work for me. Or me, I'd like to be in charge. I said, you cannot be in charge. Come and start going. On her own, she said she will be going. She left. After Patience, they brought the other person, Peace. Peace too, she was from Jos. I liked Peace a lot. She did eat most of the things we were eating. She was okay with golden one. I'll buy golden one for her. I've never seen that kind of thing before. I'll be like, it's normal food now, but I was like, okay, maybe because she's like from Jos, she might not understand Yoruba food. She would take golden one and she was fine with it. I'm like, golden one. After, and these people were the kinds of, so the next set of people I was getting are the ones that would say, oh, I want to go for my off and things like that. I was paying a lot, like from like maybe how much I was paying, like almost times 2 or times 3, but they're kind of like professionals. Like maybe if I go with the professional ones, I'll have like a different story. She'll go for off. From one day of off, she just came back and said, madam, I cannot stay again. I want to come and start going. I want to go. At this point, I was just tired. 1 month here, 2 months there. I'm going today. I'm leaving tomorrow. It was becoming too much for me. I was like, what is all this? I'm not saying this to blow my trumpet, but God knows I was not mean to these people. Of course, I correct. If you don't do something well, I won't just keep quiet. People correct. My husband corrects me. I correct my children. My mother corrects me. So I don't think anybody should be above correction. I won't maltreat you to say we are going to sleep outside. I will flog. I can't flog. I can't. These are people that some of them are even bigger than me. I can't beat them. I don't beat them. Beat who? I didn't do anything like that. I don't take blame. Like all those stories are so gory. I don't do all that. For me, if you live in my house, people that live in my house know food is the least of my issues. There's always food. I cook. 90% of the food I cook, I don't eat them because my diet is a different one entirely. I bake. I beg them to eat. Like people like coming to my house. So food was never an issue. So I'm like, what am I doing that? Is it because I'm not allowing you free hand? And I noticed that 2 of them like made those kind of like remarks that I don't give them free hand. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Even to bread, I buy everything. I love shopping. So this is me. I hardly even tell people that will go shop for me. I do it. I enjoy it. I love like that is my strength. There might be some other things I might not be so good in. DIY, come and say to me, come and fix this one, I'll run away. I don't know how to fix. I can't wash car. Even abroad, all those I'm not made for DIY. Even abroad, even in Canada, I don't do DIY. I pay people to do it for me. I'm not so for other things. So everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses. I focus on my strengths rather than improving the weakness. If it's not putting me in harm's way, I will leave it. It's not everything I can do. So when you are complaining that Tommy is doing too much in her house, no, there's an issue. Both of us cannot coexist together. You might need to leave. So Peace also left. I had another lady in between. I'm so sorry this has taken so much of your time. BC too. BC, that one. I liked her. Oh. Though I didn't like some, she was not so good. I was like, Tommy, how many people you complain about? People come and go. That one was okay. I even spoke with her parents. She was lovely. She was like almost the first Yoruba person I had, coincidentally. I'm not even biased towards tribe. Funny enough, once they are okay, most of them they bring them from Borno or Jos. For some reason, I was having a lot of Borno and Jos people, and I was okay with it. I think I had one the Igbo girl I was supposed to even have. Unfortunately, she had HIV, so it didn't work. If not, I wouldn't have minded. In my mind, I was like, she even cook be cooking noodle soup for me and all that, but it didn't work because I do medical tests and she was diagnosed to have like HIV. I've had like three of them that I've seen HIV. One has had hepatitis, and unfortunately, it's not my position to treat, so I'll just respectfully, in fact, like two hepatitis, three HIV. I just tell them to leave. So Peace, BC was okay. She went for off one day. She was supposed to come back on a Tuesday. She didn't come back until Friday. Guys, I lost my mind. Our phones were switched off. Oh my God. I was like, why did I allow this girl go? Why? My husband and myself were not like, my husband was like, what kind of trouble is this? I felt so bad. I said, what kind of wala is this one? I said, God, I had called her parents. Her parents were already shouting, where is my daughter and all that. I said, I have to call her parents that, did she come home? She told me she was going somewhere for off. And how can I even monitor? This is like, she's not a young girl. She's like 24. Would I monitor her? The agent that brought her to, I called those people. Everybody was looking for her. Of course, she was in a man's house. And because she didn't want to come back immediately, she switched off her phones. Not knowing that switching off her phones meant like, okay, maybe there was trouble. I was like, what kind of trouble is this? I don't want someone to come and start saying, told me has used that out for this one or that one. I was just against all that because I didn't want issues for my husband, for myself, for my family. After 3 days, we got in touch with her. I am coming back. In fact, she was coming back, I couldn't do anything. Yeah, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Let somebody come and meet you. Hey, Mombo, I am coming back. She came back in the evening. It was only prayers, as in, when I could only pray. We had gone to the closest police station close to us. He said they can't do anything about it, that she was last found in Ogun State. No, I was like, what is this? She came back. When she came back, I just said, as you are coming back, don't enter my house. So your remaining stuff, just go in and pack everything and be going. Don't come back like you're coming back. Emma Binu, phone me cool. My phone got switched off. My battery. We shall press, found out that she was in her boyfriend's house. I said, no, it cannot work. It can't work. The kind of anxiety and high blood pressure you've given me in 3 days, it's enough. I'll rather be without help. I'll rather be without anybody. I am not doing again. BC left. Oh my God. I was like, why me? My sisters-in-law from my husband's side, from my own side, they will have help. Help will be with them 4 years. To me, will be having help 1 month, 2 months. I'm like, what is all this? I was tired. I said, I am done. I am not doing again. After she left, Peace had come. Another one had come. Peace, same story. Comfort too, same story. She came and went. That one, Comfort came and was like, Madam in my house. First day, she just like lounged, like she just stayed like that. I was one saying, come and eat. I was one that was dishing. I was like, no, this one cannot work. Come and be going. The next day, come and be. My husband was like, he was just laughing. He's like, told me, I didn't even understand what is going on. After some time, I just said, okay, enough is enough. I will stay. I was without help for like 6 months. People were like, to me, how are you going to go? But I said, at this point, I don't even want anything. I just want to clear my head. And then I remember then my Instagram page was like, I was seriously trying to build my Instagram page then. This was like 2018, 2019, 2020. And I was just like, okay, with all this, I will just manage all by myself. My mom was like to me, you can't do this. I said, I will do it. People that do it, they don't have to wait. We shall manage one way or the other. I'll be fine. It will be stressful, but I'll be fine. I was just having somebody that will just come and clean maybe like once a week. And after then, I'll just maintain, I'll take care of my kids. We'll go out together. Anywhere I go to, they go with me. That is fine for me. I was okay with it. Times I need to really go out, I'll go and keep them in my mother-in-law's place. She was happy to have them. After some time, like shortly before COVID, I now spoke with one of my uncles, like in the north as well. My mom has family in the north. We have family in the north, like my cousins. They now said, okay, they'll bring someone for me, um, Esther. Oh my God, Esther stayed with me for 2 years. That was like, and by that time, I'd already said I was done. In fact, I came back from a trip from the UK. I went with my kids. My my kids, oh, they're like my handbag. I'll just put one like this, one like this. My two boys, we went all everywhere together. We had just come back from the UK. My son was like, okay, let's start processing Canada. I was like, okay, Canada, Canada, Canada. After some time, I was like, okay, no problem. Why not? If this was what I'll face in Canada, I am already used to it. I don't have anybody. I'll be all by myself in Canada. Let's continue life like that. So we already started processing Canada before Esther came. My uncle brought her. Like she was highly recommended. This is someone that I know, like she was like family, like we knew her. She was good all through COVID, all the time that we were on lockdown. She was good. She was with my kids. She helped me a lot with my baby. Like she was God sent. For the first time in my life, I was like, ah, for the first time. And to be honest, I actually prayed about it. I was like, God, at this point, I am done. I am tired. I have suffered a lot. I don't want anybody that is coming. Please let that person be a big blessing to me. Let that person be like someone that's like a blessing. I want someone like that. And that was how she was. For the first time, I could leave my house, leave my kids in the house, and I'll go do stuff. Like she was good. She was well read. It was just, of course, condition that made her. I think she was trying to do OND to HND and things like that, and she came. After COVID, she had to go back because everywhere was opening again. So she stayed for like another extra year. And in 2021, she was like, Ma, I have to go back to school. I felt so bad. In fact, I was like, okay, why don't you come to school in Lagos? We'll transfer everything, we'll do this and that. But she's like, no, she wants to go back to Jos and everything. That's what she's used to. She wants to school there. Long story cut short, everybody spoke with her. My brother, my mother-in-law, everybody was like everybody knew that Tommy had found a person. But she was adamant and she had to go. And my husband's mantra is that don't force anybody. Once you start forcing the person, it will turn south. The good thing you are seeing in this person now can become something else. So just leave her, let her go. She eventually, we are still in touch till today because, like I said, this was somebody that's like I knew her background and everything like that. So she actually finished school, got a job, and she's doing well. After her, I spoke with one of my uncles again, and I was like, please, I don't want Wahala again. I don't mind waiting until you help me find somebody again. As in, I waited before. I, I am okay to wait again. They found someone else for me, a Yoruba girl. Oh my God. She was a blessing. I put her in tailoring school. So I didn't want, I think on that thing I just searched within myself and I was like, maybe the reason why these people are going is because maybe they are bored, they are doing this, they are doing that. I was like, I don't mind. All those ones that people say, they will initiate them outside. I said, whatever. I shall know that I know what I know. So instead of her just staying in the house, of course, she was not a young girl. She was past school age and all that. I was like, what do you want to do? She said, she was doing tailoring where she came from. She wants to like refine her skills. I said, say no more. That one is an easy thing. I spoke with one of my tailors. Can you help me absorb this person? She needs to do this and that and that and that. I said, why not? She stayed in the house for like some months. We were watching her to see how well she was behaving. By the time she had done like 4 months, I was like, okay, why don't you start your tailoring? So by the time the kids go to school, you're not just home alone doing nothing. I'd rather you be productive. And in fact, guys, this no, she and her boss, Sha, this clothes, that's why I purposely wore it today. What I am wearing is a product of what Bosse did with her boss's tutelage. They did it like she would make clothes for me, and I was proud. In fact, so she stayed with me till I came to Canada. she followed us to the airport. So at that point, after I now had my daughter, my third baby, I felt the workload was going to be too much for her because she's a young girl. She's like 23, 24. I now got an older person that comes and goes, and I was like, okay, so that this work is not too much for you, you still need to go to. And I was like, I don't want to be selfish and say, okay, because I have a baby now, I want you to now say, okay, don't go to your tailoring school anymore. You will still go, you just help in the house, wake up early, take care of the kids before they go to school. And after they've gone to school, you've had breakfast, you can now go to your tailoring school. Of course, our madam understood the arrangement. So she goes every day. Shortly before the kids are back from school, she comes back home. Or sometimes she comes back like after they've gotten back. We're usually still fine because the older nanny is usually still at home. The older nanny was taking care of my daughter. So that was the arrangement. So she was with me too for like 2 years plus, since when she came in 2021 till 2023. She left in fact, I won't say she left. She left because I was leaving Nigeria. So these two people were like my last two. My nanny, the older nanny, like of course that one had her own kids, older, like in her 40s or something, and with my younger help. So both of them, in fact, it was both of them that helped us to the airport, like carried our luggage and everything. They were with us up till we got like to that point. In fact, we handed over the keys of our house to my older help. They were still there. In fact, so the plan was like, okay, by the time you follow us to the airport, it will be too late for you guys to leave and all that. Both of you can stay over. Next morning, you start going to your hometown. We had already done all that arrangement that you can now start going back to Ibadan, whatever you want to now go to and everything. She too, she was packed and everything. It was the next day. My older nanny even went back home. Some of the things that we couldn't even like pack in our rush, that okay, it was too much and everything. She still went back. My dry fish or dry pomo that we were going to seize at the airport, I just give it to her. Yeah, just take it home, put it in the freezer. My house was still, the house is even still there till now. So I was like, just put it in the freezer, whatever, anytime anybody travels or anytime anybody comes back, we'll get access to it and all that. So they were there with us till the final time. So let me just say that it was now the point that I was now like, okay, I am done with these people. That was when I now had like very good people. That's like my story. That's been my experience. And to be honest, even till today, we still maintain contact. My nanny, till today, she still helps me to shop. Anytime I have cargo, anytime I have things that I want to bring to Canada, anytime she helps me. There are times I need something, I'll just call her, Mommy Deborah, blah, 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 help me buy this, buy that, buy that. She knows all the cargo places. She knows them already. She knows what I want. She knows how they weigh my stuff. She knows when I want beans. Help, like, please help me pick the beans. So you know that in Canada, I cannot do all these things by myself. She will pick the beans for me. I want palm oil, she will buy it for me, send it to cargo. I want this one, I want that one, I want fabric, anything. And she's a market. In fact, she's a good market person. She likes going to the market too, like myself. So all those like market runs I can't do, like heavy duty. We are buying plenty yams. We are doing this. She was very, very helpful. She was helpful with all that. Until today, we still maintain contact. Because for me, once they are good to me, nobody knows tomorrow. Life is so short, you never just know. So this has been my experience. The people that oh my god, the people that made me come to Canada, I wish everybody well. Probably we wouldn't have worked out for one reason or the other. I am thankful for all the experiences. I'm thankful for the latter ones. I'm so glad that it ended the way I wanted it to end. I'm so glad it ended that way. That is not the other way around. And I was like, hey, that kind of like live my. I'm so glad because at the end of the day, the people that now later were with me later, oh my God, they were God sent, God sent, God sent. So that's my experience. That is one of the reasons I came to Canada. Silly reason, but to me, it was very, very valid. Please let me know if you've ever experienced anything like this. What was your experience like? What has your experience been like? If you still live in Nigeria, let me know. I know people still have this back and forth with helps, with nannies, that kind of thing. That has been my experience. And so, on this note, let me just draw the curtain because I have spoken for a long time. But I would like to hear from you. If you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on any other video that I'll be sending out on this page. I am back on YouTube now fully. Like, you'll be seeing the videos back to back to back to back. I'll see you in my subsequent videos. Stay blessed. Bye.